I just want to remind you guys that the second half of this year is the mass deliverance, the massive deliverance worldwide. And I told you guys this was going to happen. I think I told you guys this in January or February. Okay. I also mentioned what God said about staying away from the pigs and how a lot of the people that are going to get delivered from demons and spirits, these spirits and demons are going to enter the pigs. Okay. And the thing about it is the pigs are not going to run into the lake like what happened in Matthew, but what's going to happen is the pigs are going to start acting out of control. They're going to start the way how God showed it to me is when the spirit entered the pigs were squealing, and they were squealing in pain. I saw a lot of them squealing in pain, and they were in so much pain that they died. Okay, when they start doing testing on the pigs, they're not going to really find anything in the blood or anything going on with the pigs, so they're going to just say it's some type of, they're going to make up some type of disease, or try to like compare it to like mad cow disease, but the pigs, right? And I was telling someone today, like, you know, when this happens, it's similar to like, you know, when we go through warfare and we are afflicted by specific witchcraft, and we are afflicted by certain spirits that these evil people may send to us, whether you need deliverance or whether like someone's just afflicting you. You don't have a bad spirit in you, but you are being afflicted, and you have like headaches and nausea, and you go to the doctor, and the doctor does all these tests on you, and you, the blood work and everything comes back healthy, that you're healthy, and you're confused because you're like, why am I having these headaches? Why am I going through it? And now you're realizing, oh my gosh, I'm being afflicted. It's a spirit, or it's people sending spirits, because there's no medical proof. Same concept with the pigs, but the pigs are going to be, instead of being of just affliction, the spirits are actually going to enter the pigs, where many of you guys, the spirits couldn't enter you, right? So when the spirits enter the pigs and the pigs actually die, that's when they're going to try to still sell the meat. You get what I'm saying? So that's why God says stay away from the pork. Okay, because here's the thing, if you are spiritually sensitive, and he's talking about in general, anybody stay away from the pork, but if you are spiritually sensitive, as in like you are very sensitive in the spirit, and you know, you feel every single thing, okay, because a part of discernment is feeling. So if you are very strong in the gift of discernment, you will feel every single thing. You will know when you're under attack. You will know when someone's talking about you. You'll just know everything because you're that sensitive. So if you eat something that a spirit has entered, that is very not unclean, and that is not good for you. Okay, so I want to remind you guys about that. What also is going to happen the second half of the year is because there's going to be so much revelation that people that were, let me just say this, remember that video I posted where I say some of you guys, you were attacked by people, but the attacks that these people have done to you, it has taught them a lesson. Basically, like, these people are going to go through a wrath of God, and when they go through the wrath of God for attacking you, they're going to change their ways, and they're going to come to God. Okay, so they found God through them attacking you. And I know some people don't like to hear that, because they're like, oh, that's not cool, I don't want someone finding God from attacking me. But you know, everyone's journey to God is different. Some people, they go through a wrath from God, and the wrath hits them so hard that they're like, man, I'm done with this evilness. You get what I'm saying? Like, so them touching an anointed and experiencing God's wrath may be what they very well needed. This is why I edit videos, because my words sometimes may be what they very well needed for them to get right? So that's another form of the mass deliverance, right? But let me tell you something. Some of these people who are wicked, even if they were not doing witchcraft, some of them who were very wicked, very envious, gossipers, you know, haughty eyes, you know, even if they did witchcraft, or they enabled those who did witchcraft, they participated in other ways. You get what I'm saying? Some of these people, they're going to repent. And when they start repenting and giving their life to God and really just being apologetic for what they did to you, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to feel so bad for calling you crazy, feel so bad for participating and enabling witches, feel so bad for participating in witchcraft and using black magic to attack you. There's going to be so much people repenting through this mass deliverance. And what's going to happen is some of these people, when they give their life to Christ, right, they are going to be attacked. And the reason being is because you have to understand something. The enemy won't bother you if you are doing what he needs you to do. You get what I'm saying? because he ain't going to bother you because you're doing his dirty work. So there's no reason for him to bother you. He's going to continue to let you just do whatever you want because you're willingly doing what he wants you to do. But when you give your life to Christ and you step away from that wickedness, then he gonna try to get revenge on you. Them same spirits that some of these witches were, I'm just using that as an example, but them same spirits that some of these witches were using on you guys, and when they give their life to Christ, or when they stop doing what they're doing or stop messing with these spirits, these same spirits are gonna afflict them and attack them. And many of them are gonna feel exactly what they were trying to do to you. The difference is some of them, they're going to give their life to God and they're going to be covered, but they're going to feel the types of afflictions that you had to feel. And then some of them, they have not given their life to God, but they're going to be slowly trying to remove themselves from doing that stuff. And these spirits are going to completely affect them. And the spirits may actually have their way with them when it comes to like wholeheartedly affecting them. What I mean by that is, you know how we get attacked from witchcraft and people send spirits to us, but it doesn't fully come through because we're covered. So it's like we have a bulletproof vest on. Some of these people that are not giving their life to Christ, but they're stepping away from doing the witchcraft and stuff because they just want to step away from it for whatever reason, or they're fearful of what they've been doing, but they're also too prideful to give their life to Christ. Some of them, that may actually hit them. Like the spirits may actually enter them and hit them. But there's going to be a massive deliverance as well with some of these people, okay? So many of these people are going to feel what they try to put you through. Some of them, they're going to feel the real deal. And that may be very well what may actually get them into the hands of Christ. And what I mean by that is, you know, imagine like a witch who has been doing black magic on you and using all these spirits, and then she finally decides to stop and the spirits turn on her. She stops, but she's too prideful to give her life to God, and the spirits now turn on her and actually enter her and torment her. She may actually give her life to Christ because she may be like, man, this ain't the way. And then when she gives her life to Christ, she goes through deliverance, and she's no longer being affected by the spirit, but she can feel the afflictions. So I'm using that as an example. Point of the matter is this massive deliverance that's going to happen worldwide. Be prepared to see many of the people that judged you, many of the people that did black magic on you, many of the people that participated and enabled those doing that, many of the people who slandered you, many of the people who doubted your spiritual gifts, who doubted you were going through warfare, who doubted you were under attack. Be prepared to see many of these people going through similar things. Some of them, it's not that, you know, they wanted to attack you. Some of these people, they didn't want to attack you, but some of them, they just didn't believe that what you were going through was real. And what it is some of them are getting closer and closer and closer and closer to God now, that God is now opening the door for them to access their own spiritual gifts, right? And when they start accessing the hidden realms and they're finally able to hear in the spirit and see in the spirit, they're going to go through what we had to go through. Before a lot of us were able to even hear God consistently, we had to go through levels of the realms, which means that the enemy tries to prevent us from getting to that level in our gift where we can hear God consistently. So what happens is the enemy attacks us and discourages us from wanting to operate through our gift to hear. And how does he do that? He torments us, and to where the demons try to torment us, so all we hear is negative things, right? But then you get to a place in your training to where now you know how to cancel, rebuke, denounce, and now you get to a place of peace in that gift where you can hear God consistently. And you get what I'm saying? So some of these people are going to go through those stages. And when they go through these stages of accessing their gifts, or go through the stages of feeling afflicted, or go through the stages of being attacked by the same witches and warlocks they were working with, or the same spirits that they were using, they're going to think about what they did to you and what they put you through, and they're going to understand and can relate to you. But they're still going to go through a massive deliverance. Be prepared for people who have hurt you, who have betrayed you, who have called you crazy, who have attacked you. Be prepared for many of them to come to you wanting your advice and help in this season.